Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys are having an excellent Saturday, August 21st, 2021. Thank you for joining me here for another metallic episode of Music of Destruction, bringing you guys the very best in metal-related content right here on YouTube on one of the only metal channels you guys will ever need. If you missed anything in the past week, click that eye in the upper right corner, get caught up on all the latest videos. I'd really appreciate it. If you want me to review anything, drop those suggestions in the comment section below. I'm going to be doing some subscriber requests this week. If you want to see an album ranking, get it in. I have album review requests, so get some album ranking requests in. Also going to be resuming Top 15 Thursdays. Those ones are a lot more difficult to put together because I have to listen to bands from different countries. However, there will be a Top 15 this week. No slam, deathcore, metalcore, modern tech death. Fucking hate the genres. Deal with it. Remember, subscribe, turn on that bell so you don't miss anything. You're looking at one of the hardest working metal channels on YouTube. No one's going to give it to you as brutally honest as I do here at Music of Destruction. Welcome to Metal Album Warfare Saturdays, special edition here on the channel. Tonight we're going deep beneath the earth once again with two isolationist black metal elites, of course, with Xasthur Subliminal Genocide going up against Moon's Clavicula Nox. I'm really excited for this one as these two albums are among my favorites within the isolationist black metal scene. Clavicula Nox was released in 2014 on Schattenkult Productions. I'll put a link in the description where you can pick up this cassette. And Subliminal Genocide was released in 2006 on Hydra Head Records, later reissued in 2008 on the Total Holocaust Records cassette. Now, if you guys need a background history on either of these bands, Xasthur's origins can be found in many videos here on the channel, and so can Moon's Caduceus Chalice. Alright, so let's get into it, shall we? First up, we have Xasthur's Disharmonic Convergence versus Moon's Immolation Euphoria. Both very eerie, cold, isolated intros with a lot of dark ambience and solitary aspects going on, where Xasthur's is a lot more on the misanthropic, miserable side of things. Moon's Immolation Euphoria is very dark and ominous in nature as well, and I would even say there is some misanthropic overtones within Moon's music, though he focuses more on mysticism and the occult and darkness. Of course, those themes could all be associated with a darker state of mind, of course, so I'm going to give a point to each there. Next up, Xasthur, The Prison of Mirrors versus Moon's Mondrahenet. And I got, The Prison of Mirrors is one of Xasthur's most iconic songs. Dissonant, depressing, isolated, and cold. Pure fucking misanthropic despair that is dripping with solitude, okay? Absolutely 100%. Moon's Mondrahenet is a lot more mysterious, although a lot of the song structuring and compositional framework remains very similar to Xasthur's The Prison of Mirrors. This is an amazing track, very cold, cosmic, and abysmal in its own right. Amazing track, going to give a point to each there as well. Next up, Xasthur, Beauty is Only Razor Deep versus Moon as Stars Merge with Ice. Two tracks that you could play one after another and instantly see a strong similarity, both in emotional complexity, but also in how they're composed, the cold atmosphere, the darkness, the oppression, the ominous, misanthropic undertones, especially on Xasthur's side of things, whereas Moon's As Stars Merge with Ice is a lot more on the cosmic abandonment side and cosmic nothingness, but nonetheless, both equally isolated and despair-filled, 100%. Going to give a point to each there as well. Next up, Xasthur, Trauma Will Always Linger versus Moon, Oration as the Vessel of the Void. Of course, Trauma Will Always Linger does kind of wear on me a little bit. Still a great track. I love it a lot. But Oration as the Vessel of the Void is an amazing track as well in its own right. Of course, Moon's side of things, that cosmic, spacey, cold, black hole atmosphere that you're looking for comes intact with this track. And on Xasthur's side, Trauma Will Always Linger, very hypnotic and dissonant and misanthropic and very hopeless, so I'm giving a point to each there as well. Next up, Xasthur's Pyramid of Skulls versus Moon's Souls Secreted in Transparent Cells. Two instrumental tracks, Pyramid of Skulls, dark, ominous, hateful, oppressive, misanthropic. Souls Secreted in Transparent Cells is a lot more nostalgic and ancient sounding, but not any less dreary or cold or isolated, so I'm going to give a point to each there as well. Next up, one of Xasthur's most iconic tracks, once again with Arcane and Misanthropic Projection versus Moon's Casting the Shadow. Two of my favorites from both of these guys on both of these records. Arcane and Misanthropic Projection is seriously one of Xasthur's darkest and hateful songs to date, 100%. Amazing lyricism and riffs, dissonance, great atmosphere there. Same with Moon's Casting the Shadow, but again, more ethereal and spiritually based with Moon's side of things rather than the human experience of Xasthur, but no less fucking dark. So I'm giving a point to each there as well. Next up, Xasthur's Victim of Your Dreams versus Moon, Tunnels of Lost Thoughts. Again, Victim of Your Dreams, surrealistic, nightmare-inducing stuff with a lot of coldness, depression, and nightmarish fear and terror, along with Moon's Tunnels of Lost Thoughts, like cosmic abandonment, consciousness abandonment, with that merging with the abyss of the cosmos. Very cold and isolated as well. They're both getting a point. Next up, Xasthur, Through a Trance of Despondency versus Moon's Mirror of Black Souls. Through a Trance of Despondency, another one of those slower atmospheric instrumental tracks versus, of course, again, we have Mirror of Black Souls. Amazing tracks, very ominous and cold and dark, but Xasthur's is more misanthropic and a lot more anti-human, whereas Moon is coming from beyond the grave, so to speak, with, you know, black souls and specters and wraiths and all that kind of stuff. That ghostly atmosphere, very intact on that track, so I'm giving a point to each as well. Next up, Xasthur's Loss and Inner Distortion going up against Moon's Hanged at the Gates. Amazing tracks, cold, black, atmospheric, depressive black metal on Xasthur's side, with Moon's Hanged at the Gates. You got that occult, ritualistic song structuring and riffing, but also very black, very void-filled, like no consciousness has existed type deal, merging with space, all that awesome stuff, but still icy fucking cold to the bone, giving a point to each there as well. Next up, Xasthur Subliminal Genocide versus Moon's Corrosion Delirium. Iconic tracks, okay? Both these albums are iconic and you can't go wrong. Subliminal Genocide, of course, about the genocide of the human race. 100% fucking destruction of humanity. You got a lot of that atmosphere leaking through the riffing, songwriting, vocals, and of course the keyboard work. Moon's Corrosion Delirium is about the breakdown of someone's psyche as a human experience, but delirium setting in, very schizophrenic in places and juxtaposed, and that's, you can tell the way that he composed the song that he was focusing on mental illness with this. A very great track, both getting a point. Finally, Xasthur's Malice Hidden in Surrealism versus Moon's Cold Delusions. Malice Hidden in Surrealism is an absolute cold fucking guitar-driven misanthropic masterpiece that is one of his coldest songs in the minimalistic side of the things, and it's so fucking good. I love it to death. It's very, very malicious and cold and hateful. Cold Delusions, a great track. Kind of runs a little too long for my liking, but does have that black hole atmosphere and cosmic abandonment and mysticism that Moon would become known for. But I am giving Xasthur the point in this one, as I don't enjoy Cold Delusions as much. Nonetheless, still an awesome track. Alright, so let's add up the scores. We have Subliminal Genocide coming in with 11 points. Clavicula Nox comes in with 10 points. So Xasthur has the win by just 1 point, and you know what, it doesn't matter because I could easily have tied this. I just didn't enjoy Cold Delusions as much as Malice Hidden in Surrealism, one of my favorite Xasthur tracks. But you know, that's what happens when you have real people making real art. Often, at times, it's almost flawless, and these two albums are no exception. Amazing one-man black metal that takes no fucking posers or fakes. Hail the fucking underground. Alright, so there you have it, another metal album warfare in the books here on Music of Destruction. I hope you guys enjoyed the premiere. If you're new, smash the subscribe button, hit that bell for all notifications, turn it on so you know when I post a new video. Working on new merch, getting it up there. I'm going to be putting some new designs up on teespring.com/music-of-destruction and Bonfire. Registering for an account this weekend. Designs are going up there as well, and I know they have other items available, though you can check out Teespring. There is a cup, there's some socks, there's some towels, some sweatpants, t-shirts, and hoodies. I know on Bonfire I've got a lot more options. I'm going to be putting some awesome stuff up on there as well. Please support the channel by buying some merch. I'd appreciate it. If you want to support through Patreon as well, or through Patreon, you can check out The Seed, episode 34, The History of the Les Legions Noir, entire podcast, 50 minutes, one of my best fucking episodes, patreon.com/Music of Destruction. Pick the $5 tier, The Seed, episode 35. Still have to pick a topic for that. That's going up in 2 weeks' time. Make sure you stay tuned for that. Your support keeps this channel going, as well as supporting our brand new YouTube channel with myself and my brother Colton James, Beyond the Big Screen Movie and Game Reviews. Out in the living room right now, working on another new promo for you guys. Our first review is going to be of Alien, and that is debuting on September 5th. Let's check out a clip of what you can expect from Beyond the Big Screen Movie and Game Review.
Wait a minute, this movement seems to have life. Organic life.
Monster! Monster!
And we are back. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Have an awesome night. We'll see you for the Crypt Underground Metal Radio Show tonight at 6 p.m. Central, live. See you guys later.